The mess hall was deserted. Master Sergeant J.J. Bartley sat alone at a long, well-worn table that had seen thousands of airmen, soldiers, and Marines pause from their work long enough to pound down some grub before returning to their duties. On the table rested a chipped plastic coffee cup and 2 file folders. The expansive room seemed twice the size J.J. remembered the last time he passed through the airbase. Of course, the room was full of hungry servicemen then, many headed to Afghanistan. That was Manus's primary role over the last decade, the jumping-off spot for troops headed to hostile country. As an Army Ranger, he did 2 tours of duty in Afghanistan before being hand-selected by Sergeant Major Eric Moyer to be part of a unique Spec Ops team. He made several other missions into the country as part of that squad, including one he was sure would be his last moment on Earth. As it turned out, a pair of F-18s came to the rescue of the 6-man unit as they fought off overwhelming numbers of Taliban fighters advancing on their position. The jet jockeys saved their lives by dropping a pair of ICM bombs on their location. The improved conventional munitions bombs exploded 15 feet above their heads, leaving the ground littered with dead Taliban and a ringing in J.J.'s ears that took a week to go away. That seemed a lifetime ago. Since then, as the sniper and explosives expert for his team, he traveled to a dozen different places on the planet, none of which he was allowed to name, and carried out missions he was forbidden to speak about. "Stare all you want, boss, but that coffee ain't going to do any tricks." J.J. didn't have to look up to know that Sergeant First Class Jose Doc Medina was approaching. He raised his gaze anyway, and returned the medic's smile. Jose was a solid man, with a keen mind, quick humor, and an admirable steadiness. If the sky were to rip in half and a million alien ships from another dimension appeared ready to take over the world, J.J. was sure Jose would look up and say, "Well, look at that. A man doesn't see that every day." J.J. liked the man for another reason. In addition to his being a superior soldier, he also saved J.J.'s life after a gun battle. He owed the man several pizzas for that. "Hey, Doc, where you been?" "They have a great rec hall here. I was shooting pool with the Air Force guys." He pulled out a chair and sat. "All in the name of inter-service fun, no doubt." J.J. lifted his cup. The coffee was cold. "Of course. You know I believe we should respect all branches of the military, even the inferior, less skilled ones." "How much?" "Huh? You heard me." Jose shrugged. "Maybe a couple of 20s. "Total?" "Each." Jose pretended to look guilty. "How many airmen did you fleece?" "Oh, who keeps track of such things? I was just killing time." J.J. narrowed his eyes. "Okay, just 4. My conscience was beginning to bother me." "Lucky for them." He put the cup down. "Seen Pete and Crispin?" "Not since Crispin gave his little demonstration. He did a good job. I was impressed. And I've seen his tech kung fu in the field. All those itty-bitty surveillance drones were a hit. Left the local tech boys drooling." "Yeah, I was there, but I haven't seen them since." "Do you need them? I'll go round them up." "Nah, just as long as they're front and center when the new guys arrive." "Ah, that's it." J.J. cocked his head. "What's it?" "You look down, boss, like you've lost your favorite girlfriend." "My favorite girlfriend? You know I'm married. Tess won't let me have girlfriends." Jose slumped in his chair. "Wives are funny that way. My wife won't let me date either." He paused to let the quip die before establishing a more somber tone. "I miss them too." "I didn't say anything about missing anyone. I was listening to your face. Sometimes you confuse me, Doc." Jose chuckled. "You know what they say about Hispanics. We're inscrutable." "I thought that referred to Asians in old movies." Asians, Hispanics, whatever." Another pause. "You're thinking about Boss and Shaq." "They're home safe and sound. I'm not worried about them." Images of the team's former leader and second-in-command strobed in his mind. Last he saw them, they looked well and happy. He could hardly tell both were severely wounded, and the latter lost an eye.